there, I can't remember, Helen, whatever her name was, if she got ill or somebody stopped going, this happens with a lot of things except gym membership. They'll keep charging your account till you're dead. If you don't use a thing, they got rid of it. It literally says in the article that they claim that it was a journalist whose pass expired and hadn't accessed the White House in the previous 3 months.
White House Correspondence Agency, Eugene Daniels said, the White House did not receive any notice of their decision. So they did this.
I can't respond to you if you start speaking while I'm speaking.
Because they're cherry picking what you put.
Well, I'm reading your thing. I'm gaslighting by reading your thing. That's what gaslighting.
Your comment at the end of it. Go ahead.
I did not comment. I said claiming that they had an experience. Oh, I made a joke about gyms charging us because I saw a charge on my thing this morning in the gym I hadn't been doing in years. That's why. That's gaslighting by bringing up gyms.
That's not gaslighting.
All right, cool. At the time, you just said it was gaslighting. At the time we initiated, this is a quote. At the time we initiated this process in early May, roughly 40% of hard pass holders had not accessed the White House complex in the prior 90 days. The White House said in a 2023 statement, we think this demonstrates we've led a thoughtful and thorough process that preserves robust media access to campus for everyone who needs it, whether that be a hard pass or a day pass. Levitt, this is the end quote. That was the agreement. Levitt announced January the Trump White House will work to restore the press. Passes of 440 journalists whose passes were wrongly revoked by the previous administration. On Tuesday, Levitt said the White House decision aimed to give power back to the people in an attempt to assure that all journalists, outlets, and voices. In response, WCHA President Eugene Daniels said the WHCA did not receive any notice in advance of the White House decision and said the move tears the independence of a free press in the United States. Okay, so what was wrong with the revocation of these passes?
So even the White House Correspondents Association believes that it was done to, as an attack on free press, just like in
Who? You mean Eugene Daniels?
Yeah, doesn't he represent the White House Correspondents Association at that time?
Not anymore.
At that time? Which is his quote that's cited in it? At the time that this happened, he gave a statement. You just read it. You just read it, bro.
No, which one?
He's talking about what Biden did in terms of stripping those 440 people's credentials, and he's calling it the White House's decision tears at the independence of a free press in the United States.
Okay, so he wasn't president at the time, so I don't know which one. I'm sorry?
You're hearing background noise.
He wasn't president at the time, so that's why I don't know which thing he's talking about. So he wasn't. You only get it for a year. So he wasn't the president in 23. That's why I don't know what he's talking about. I don't know why they would go to them. But if that's what he thinks and that's what you think, then that's fine. I think the press is horrible. I don't really care. But if this is the whataboutism and you think that Biden was as bad too and antagonistic as Trump, that's your opinion. Never. I don't know what Eugene Daniels was talking about, so it's hard for me to tell because he wasn't president at the time, so I have no idea what he's talking about. So let's go to another source. 223. Biden, White House. So now the Democrats are anti-press. I love this. White House was running press revocations. I don't know why that many people had press passes anyway. That's a different session. Okay. The White House announced updated standards for yearly renewal of hard passes. Journalists who do not obtain a hard pass can still apply. Journalists who do not obtain hard passes can still apply for a day pass. Politico reported the number of credentialed White House correspondents dropped from 1417 to 975 after the previous passes expired July 31st, with the new number reflecting a mix of renewals and new applications. The White House told Politico that only one reporter had their application for a new hard pass denied. The hundreds who lost their passes this week presumably did not reapply, some due to not meeting the new qualifications. For those losing their hard passes, the White House was said to have granted many of them a grace period until August 10th to keep their current passes and submit their materials to gain new ones. The White House press office announced their updated standards in an email sent to all White House hard pass holders in May with the guidelines for journalists to successfully renew their hard passes. Reporters must show they have, quote, full-time employment with an organization whose principal business is news dissemination, have a physical address in the Washington, D.C. area, shout DMV, and demonstrate they have access to the White House campus at least once during the prior 6 months for work, or have proof of employment within the last 3 months to cover the White House. You have an issue with that? Additionally, hard pass seekers need to show they have, quote, an assignment to cover the White House on a regular basis and have accreditation by a press gallery in either the U.S. Senate, U.S. House of Representatives, or Supreme Court. Lastly, applicants must be willing to submit any necessary investigation by the U.S. Secret Service to determine eligibility for access to the White House complex, end quote. What's wrong with that? Okay. Trump talked to the AP because he didn't. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry. I just read the Fox News article, by the way. Now, this is from Fox News. For people who think I'm just making stuff up, this is Fox News, August 4th, 2023. I'll put it in the chat. This is what I read from. I don't want to gaslight. We got to stop using the word gaslight wrong. I just, in fact, men should use the word gaslight generally. It's for the females. But I just read that from the report. Okay. So the Biden White House updated the rules. They wanted people who had regular assignments and who'd been on campus, and if you got your thing suspended, there was a grace period, and you could reapply for the hard passes if you set up those rules, which to me seem reasonable. I don't know if they're not, so we can talk about they're not. And to himself with a hot mic, he called somebody a stupid son of a bitch. That's what Biden did. And for King Nav, that means. Okay. Got it.
Never in the history have I heard a president ask a news agency, who are you with? But who are you with?
You have
Who are you with? And then lambast them because of who they're with and say, next question, I'm not speaking to you. You're from a failed organization, or you are fake news, or all of the above. Never.
It's like, what you banging? What you banging? What's your set? What you rap? Kind of thing. Happy Clubhouse anniversary, serious things.
My understanding was Biden never confronted the media. He always hid from the media. He didn't do media stuff. Now we're finding out he's almost as disrespectful as Trump is to the media. Love that. And I'm telling y'all, when Donald Trump is not president, do you all remember during COVID when you went outside? So COVID was like in March, and then people didn't really start going outside. Then all of a sudden in May, you're like, yeah, let me take a walk. And then like maybe that August, you looked around your neighborhood, you went to the park, and it was like so green, wildlife. In my neighborhood, there were voles, hedgehogs, somebody's pet snake got loose, but it was kind of funny. Bears, all kinds of shit you never saw. It was like, what are they doing here? It was like, you know, when somebody has sex on a sitcom in the 90s and they showed nature in the wood, and they start playing Vivaldi and shit. When Donald Trump is gone, it doesn't matter who the president is. It could be J.D. Vance, whatever. That's what America's going to be like for like the first year. People who just completely don't like each other for no other reason than we're in the MAGA era will be friends again. That's exactly what's going to happen. I'm telling you. There was no reason for the back and forth we just had outside of defending of Donald Trump. With a hot mic comment and people cutting people off who hadn't used passes. It's going to be a whole ritual. You did. You were doing whataboutisms.
What did I defend? What did I say? I said several times, his language was horrible and is one of the worst ever. Did I not say that?
Right. And then
exactly. So stop saying that I said something which I didn't say.
I didn't say you said it.
You just said I'm defending Donald Trump. I wasn't defending. You don't insult someone when you're defending him.
Okay. So if someone is a
So you're a liar. So you're lying. See, dude, don't lie about it. Don't lie about me, dude.
I'm lying. Okay.
You just said something that I didn't say. You said I'm defending Donald Trump, and I didn't defend him. Did I?
Do not.
Did I defend him? Did I defend him? Yes or no?
Can I answer? Oh, what's going on?
And no, apologize.
I'm not apologizing for shit.
Yeah, because you're a piece of shit.
That's fine. When you do a double standard, or so when you say that, like, do a whataboutism.
That's not what I did. I was explaining that other presidents did this. You know that. I said other presidents spoke rudely. They spoke very rudely to the press, and they've been short. I mean, there's even
very rudely to the press.
There's even an article, you can look it up because I'm moving now. There's an article where T.J. Ducklow, who worked under Joe Biden, resigned because of the way Biden spoke to a female reporter. You can look it up. And you'll say,
all right,
yeah, look it up.
I got it.
All right, and then you apologize.
I'm not apologizing.
Yeah, because you're a piece of shit.
You're a grown man. Calm down. So
T.J. Ducklow.
Stop calling him a piece of shit. Like, let's have a conversation. Did you hear what he said before that? He just said,
I got called a piece of shit?
oh. I mean, but what happened was,
Twice he called you a
shut
piece
up,
of shit.
Divine.
No, I'm not shutting up. That's my bro. He ain't gonna come in here.
Patty here.
Hey. So
Patty, when people push back against Naveen, you defend Naveen, your friend said was richer than all of us. He's now called me a piece of shit twice.
honestly, I ain't even paying attention. I was doing something else.
I got you.
I just came in because I heard, I heard the last conversation about looking up somebody. I don't know. I was in the beginning of the conversation, but I gotta do my goddamn PowerPoint. I just came in to be like, y'all chill if y'all fighting.
Why did TJ Ducklow resign?
Because of the words Biden said to a female reporter.
No, that's not why TJ Ducklow resigned. Let me read it to you. White House press say TJ Ducklow resigns over threats against reporter. White House Deputy Press Secretary TJ Ducklow resigned on Saturday after a report emerged that he verbally threatened a reporter who was pursuing a story about his romantic relationship with another reporter. Ducklow, who had been serving as a week-long suspension without pay for the incident, posted a statement on Twitter confirming his resignation. Quote, "No words can express my regret, my embarrassment, and my disgust for my behavior. I use language that no woman should ever have to hear from anyone, especially in a situation where she was trying to do her job. It was language that was abhorrent, disrespectful, unacceptable," he said, end quote. Keep going, quote, "I was devastated to have embarrassed and disappointed my colleagues in the White House, my White House colleagues, and President Biden. And after discussion with the White House communications leadership team, I resign my position and will not be returning from administrative leave," end quote. He further said that he is determined to earn back trust of everyone he let down because of his quote, "intolerable actions," end quote. White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki also issued a statement accepting Ducklow's resignation. "We accepted the resignation of TJ Ducklow after discussion with him this evening. The conversation occurred with the support of the White House Chief of Staff," Psaki said, quote, "We're committed to striving every day to meet the standards set by the president in treating others with dignity and respect, with civility, and with a value for others through our words and our actions." On and on. So I got called a piece of shit. You called me a piece of shit. And you said the reason why TJ Ducklow resigned is because of the way Biden was speaking to and about reporters. TJ Ducklow was the one speaking poorly. He didn't uphold standards of the Biden administration. And he resigned for what he said, not Biden.
Sorry, I was on a call, and Ben, you were right. I was wrong about it. I didn't.
You're in the Matrix.
Can you hear me?
Talking about a newspaper?
Is that better?
That's okay, Patty. It's okay. So I'm a piece of shit, and you were the one that was making up the story about Biden.
No, I didn't make up this was wrong. I was completely wrong about Ducklow. You're correct.
You just said that you said I was a piece of shit, according to Bob multiple times, and you said that Biden did something and TJ Ducklow had to resign. That's
correct, and I was wrong on that. And I on that, and I posted an article where he was rude. My point is that
One second. Are you going to apologize to the room for now the second time bucking off with wrong information, or we just have to keep going?
What was the second time? What was the first time?
What you said about the press passes.
What did I say about the press passes? I said Biden revoked press passes, and the president of the WCHA said that it was an attack on free press.
Again, I don't know. I'm going to go to Eugene Daniels, but he revoked them because they've been dormant.
Okay, so maybe there's more information.
I'm almost done. And if you listen to what I was saying, if you're on the phone again, they gave them a grace period, and only one person reapplied.
And so again,
you didn't hear that in the article that you put from Fox News that I read?
No, I did. I also read what they're claiming the White House WHCA person said, an attack on free press.
I don't know what he was talking about because he wasn't president of the WHCA at the time. That's
Fox News is misreporting. Fox News misreporting.
No. I'm not saying. No. I don't know if he's talking about what the Trump administration did because he's on the plantation. He's like a Democratic shill. He's a black guy with nail polish, gay. Like he's very anti-Trump. Oh, and I don't know if he was talking about Biden. I'm going to go and check that. So I'll check that. But
and if I was wrong, this one was completely wrong, and I apologize to everyone for providing wrong info. Hold on, just to be clear.
No, I'm not. Can the piece of shit finish? Why would somebody resign for what Biden said to it? That even makes sense logically. That's why I knew.
So Ben, three things. First of all, okay, I read something and I quickly looked at it while I was on the go, and so that was incorrect. And I can admit when I make a mistake, and I'll say that was a mistake, and that was wrong to share that information. I did post another article, which and someone saying I cited two articles. Well, actually, I cited the Fox News one, which is accurate and claims to have a quote at the bottom, which even Ben is saying he's not sure where that quote came from.
That doesn't mean anything. Yeah.
So so you're saying every article should be searched at whether it's true or not? What the White House? I mean, I don't know if the WHCA president. They quoted the guy. Maybe he said it because of something else. Maybe he said it when it first came out. I don't know. Okay, but I'm just cited that article. So that article is factual. But this guy made a quote, whether he was president at the time when he made a quote or not, I don't know. Maybe they took two articles and put it together. I don't know.
No. You don't understand you don't understand the article that you put. The article that you put was published years after Biden, because Fox News was doing a whataboutism like you guys often do, like you've been on for the last 25 minutes. I'm saying they used his quote without specificity of what he was referring to. So I don't know if he was referring to the Biden action in 23 because he wasn't the president then, or if he was referring to what the Trump White House did. That's what I'm saying.
And what I'm saying is if Fox News did that, then it would have been deliberately misleading and putting it in the
Fox News. They do deliberately misleading things.
But that's what I was just saying, is that I don't know if that was deliberately misleading or not. So I shared what I thought was factual at the time looking at it, and so to say that I knowingly shared wrong information is inaccurate. So I shared that thinking that this guy made that quote.
Yeah. What was the point of bringing that up? Because when I read what the Biden administration did, you didn't tell me what was unreasonable about that. Trump got rid of the Associated Press because they didn't like their editorial viewpoint. They didn't like what he said about them.
No, he got rid of them because of the Gulf of Mexico.
I'm almost done.
To be fair.
I'm almost done. You originally said that the Biden White House got rid of reporters who they didn't like. That's what you originally said. When we read it, we saw that it was people who didn't fit the standards, including not being there for the last 3 months or more.
And
completely different.
And you also just said something that was incorrect. Trump got rid of the Associated Press because his view was they weren't recognizing the Gulf of Mexico, which was or Gulf of America, which was his.
Right, that's an editorial decision. Oh my God!
No, it's a decision for all their news, even regular news, not editorials, regular news. They're not citing. They say Gulf of Mexico.
No, that's not what editorial means in that context. Editorial doesn't mean like op-ed. That's a technical thing. That's an editorial decision. That is how they run the newspaper. Like the editor, not opinion. Oh my God, this is rough.
Back and forth about a newspaper article. I'm confused.
Yes. Yes. It's like we went back and forth on first class.
Okay, gotcha.
Cool.
But hey, the comment I heard, and I'm gonna be honest with y'all, had to do with saying respect him because he's not that. It had to do with somebody putting something in the chat saying that he's a liar. He doesn't do this, that, and the other. I know him. And I was like, you don't even fucking know him. I actually know him. And that was my argument. I said, he make more money than what you think. She think he's a fucking club. The person that put the comment think he's one of her clubhouse junkies. I thought it was a stupid comment. You don't fucking know him. You don't know what he fucking does. And I thought it was stupid. Stop fucking commenting on people and you don't fucking really know what they do. He said he was a broke Dusty. I don't know why he's lying, but that's between him and God. He can pretend he's a broke Dusty. Be that broke Dusty. But the motherfucker actually has real contracts with the government. He has a family that does contracts with the government.
That doesn't mean he doesn't lie about politics. He just lies.
No. I'm okay with that. I got it. Y'all can have your back and forth. Y'all are talking about a fucking article, whether it makes sense or not. And if Nav is wrong, Nav is a man. He can fucking take care of it. But what I was defending yesterday is the fact that someone sat in the chat and kept talking about thinking he's a fake dude and he's not a real person because they're like, yeah, this contract, they sat here and tried to play like you don't know what the fuck is going on in life. And he works with the government. This ain't it. I just don't like when people say here in the chat, y'all can go get back and forth. I don't care. It ain't had nothing to do with him being rich. I just brought that up because he said, yeah, I don't make anything. And I was like, and when I say, yo, he make more room than this whole fucking room, make more money than probably everybody in this room combined. And a lot of, for somebody to sit in the chat saying, oh, I know him. You don't know shit.
He makes more money than everybody in the room combined?
No, I'm talking about us on stage combined. I said that yesterday.
He does? How much money does he make?
Ain't none of my business.
Okay, so let me read.
Patty, I just want to say one thing. I got heated, and then I should not.
Let me first Daniels.
Y'all back and forth. But hold on, I just want to be.
Daniels. No,
hold on.
Daniels.
Can I first apologize to you? Then you read it.
You can do it later. You can do it on mute. This quote: "This move tears at the independence of a free press in the United States. It suggests the government choose the journalists who cover the president in a free country leaves with." This was in response to the Trump administration. I found the response. February 25th, 2025. He was not referring to Biden. I knew he wasn't.
So Fox gaslit. So you're right. So I was wrong.
No, they didn't gaslight.
Fox did. Fox copied and pasted it.
Let me.
No. Fox posted it in an article about the Biden administration, and they put it at the bottom, which is stupid. They talked about Biden removing the press.
No, but the article is what the Trump administration did. If you actually read it, let me read it to you. On Tuesday, as we were saying, Baltimore, Levitt said the White House decision aimed to give the power back to the people in an attempt to ensure all journalist outlets and voices deserve a seat in this highly coveted table, end quote. In response, WHC President Eugene Daniels said the WHC did not receive any notice in advance of the White House's decision, and then you have to quote, in response. So one paragraph, the next paragraph says in response. That means it's referring to the former paragraph, not Joe Biden.
But if you look at the former paragraph, hold on, the former paragraph was Calvin Levitt trying to act like she was great in response to what Biden did in restoring access to the same people.
Are you doing that on purpose?
No, that's what she wrote. That's what you just read. It's about restoring access.
Daniels is responding to Caroline Levitt, not what the Biden people did. That's all that matters.
And so what was Caroline Levitt responding to? What was Caroline Levitt responding? What was her response?
I don't know. So
it says restoring access, and she's trying to claim that as a plus, saying that I'm restoring access.
You're
she's responding to Biden. So Daniels is responding to her response to what Biden did.
Again,
he's
not. Let me read it to you, because he has a whole response. White House Correspondents Association, February 25th, 2025. WHCA statement on White House announcement on press pool. He's not talking about the Biden moves at all.
I know that. In what you're reading, I know that, but not in the Fox News article.
Let me read it. So he has this move tears the independence of a free press in the United States. It suggests the government will choose the journalists who cover the president. In a free country, leaders must not be able to choose their own press corps. For generations, the working journalists elected to the White House Correspondents Association Board have consistently expanded WHCA's membership in its full rotations to facilitate the inclusion of new and emerging outlets. Since its founding in 1914, the WHCA has sought to ensure that the reporters, photographers, producers, and technicians who actually do the work 55 days a year decide amongst themselves how these rotations are operated, so as to ensure consistent professional standards and fairness and access on behalf of all readers, viewers, and listeners. To be clear, the White House did not give the WHA board a heads up or have any discussions about today's announcements.
Understood.
Today's announcements.
I understand.
February, I'm almost done. That's February 25th, 2025.
So Fox News put it
But
on
the White House,
Jesus.
let me finish the statement, sir.
You're talking about something totally different.
The White House. No, I'm not.
Yes, I'm talking about the Fox News article, and they put it right after to mislead people. I'm saying they misled the way they put on the article, and you're reading something else to justify that Fox News put it correctly. Fox News misled with their quote.
Yeah, they didn't. The quote comes from the thing I'm reading.
I know, but they copied and pasted that piece of it to put in that article to make it look like he was saying something anti-Biden.
No, they didn't, because wait a minute. Just read it. It says in response
to Carolyn Levitt's response, which was what? The in response piece you were talking about was in response to the Trump White House's response. Now read the Fox News article. Carolyn Levitt was talking about restoring access based on what Joe Biden's team did, and she's going to restore access. That's how the article is placed. So they mislead and say, oh, well, this was his response. So when you look at it, you go, wow, the WCA, now you're much smarter than me, Ben. So you looked at that and said, hey, he wasn't president at the time. I didn't know that. I didn't look it up, but I didn't know that, right? So I was wrong in assuming he was president. So what I'm saying is Fox News misled in that, because the way they sequenced everything in that one article that I shared with you, which was about Biden's team and what they did, is my contention on it. That's all.
So back to the original point. You originally said Eugene Daniels was speaking about what Biden did.
That's what I thought based on that article.
I got it. That's fair. So that's the 0 for 2.
Right. So I was wrong on that. So I own it.
So why am I a piece of shit?
Yeah. So I was wrong. So I just was trying to apologize to you when you wouldn't
But
let me.
I'm trying to understand, how did it get to you calling me a piece of shit? The other day, you come in the room, I haven't said anything to you. You want to talk about the Knicks, chop it up, have a good time. Now I'm a piece of shit.
Ben, you've said, okay, anyway, I'm not going to go into it's just,
I have not.
let's just be quiet.
One second. I've been banned Meta World Peace. I haven't said anything bad about you.
That's fine. I know. That's fine. But we'll leave it. I apologize for that.
So you about the whataboutism?
No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm saying to you, I apologize. I just said I apologize to you for saying that.
Were you about the whataboutism? I just want to know. To be fair.
No, I was just going to say to you that I got heated. And I insulted
something about me talking.
And I insulted. I said to you that in the past you've said things to me. You've never apologized for them, but I'm apologizing to you. Do you want to go through the whole thing, Ben?
Yeah. Give me the one thing I never apologized for. I remember when you acted like a Chinese boy saying paper tiger was racist against Indians. That was hilarious.
And when you call me a stupid Hindu, right?
I never called you.
Yeah. Now we'll go through this shit again. All right, yeah, you did. All right, anyway, I'm not going to go into that again. We went through it already. We hashed out our thing already on it. Okay. The fact is, I apologize.
I believe I called you a stupid Hindu when they just heard you lie about two things: the Ducklow thing and the Eugene Daniels thing.
Well, I didn't. First of all,
to be honest with you, I know I study like old school stuff. I don't think anybody would use it. I haven't heard the word Hindu used as an insult since like 1929. Like, what's going on? I would never call you a stupid Hindu. I love the people.
Yeah, right.
Don't like
Right.
I don't love. Oh my God, I'm the biggest.
Anyway, let's not go into this again.
Wait a minute, you think I'm anti-Indian?
Ben, let's not go into this, Ben. Ben, let's not go into this, Ben. We did this last 2 years ago. 2 years ago, we went through this. All right.
Now, hold on 1 second. I got to do something. 1 second. Give me 1 second. I'm going to do it on my work computer. Yeah. 1 second. Baruch Natah Adonai. Oh my God, have mercy on my soul, oh Lord. Okay, so you think I'm anti-Indian? So I have a bias against
just said, let's move on from this number. We had this 2 years ago, Ben. We went through it.
Sure.
We moved on from this ban, and I apologize to you.
So you get to call me a stupid piece of shit. So you've just been holding on to that for 3 years.
No, I haven't. I just said to you I got
So why did you call me a stupid
and I
piece of
told
shit and you were wrong? I don't understand. Is it because I'm black? Are you racist against blacks?
No, not at all, actually.
So then why am I a
never
stupid piece of
would.
shit? I was correct. So why am I a stupid piece of shit?
Because at the moment I thought I was right.
So then who was a stupid piece of shit in that exchange?
Probably me in that exchange.
Okay. Thank you.
Right? And so, but again, I apologize to you, and I apologize to
yo. That's incredible. I'm correct. We're having a back and forth. You said you can't actually read the sources, but I want you to think about stupidity. You think that Joe Biden said something about a reporter and somebody had to resign for what he said. That doesn't even make any sense.
I didn't say somebody had to resign. I said, I thought the article said, and I read it quickly while I was moving, and I said that beforehand.
So I have an excuse for being wrong.
I didn't say I have an excuse for being wrong, Ben. You want to keep doing this?
So why are you giving us the preamble now?
Because you're making a statement which is incorrect. That, I thought that the guy resigned because had to resign because he didn't have to. I thought it said that he felt like resigning based on the comments that were said, which is very different.
I see. So he was outraged.
That's what I thought it said, and I was wrong. And I admitted I was wrong.
So Joe Biden and the kind of person he is, especially at that age where he can only stay up for 10 minutes a day without pooping on himself and having ice cream dribbled down. You honestly think, did that make sense to you?
When I read it, I was surprised by it.
What do you mean when you read it, you didn't read it? You just said it didn't exist.
I said I read the highlight and I thought that's what it said while I was moving. That's what it said 3 times.
White House press aide resigns over threats against reporter. You think Joe Biden threatened a reporter?
I read it quickly, like I said. All right, Ben, you want to keep going on?
And then the other thing, and one second, I've got 2 minutes left, and I'll be done. So the other thing you said was, stupid piece of shit, I gotta go clean the toilets. And so the other thing you said, and don't have the money you have, and more than all of us combined. So the other thing you said was, you said Biden indicated.
I said on this stage,
Patty, leave it alone. That's what he does.
He gives those look, whatever y'all listen, y'all arguing about an article.
It wasn't against you.
Childish.
Yeah, but that was some slick shit. I don't do the slick
He
shit.
does that all the time, and then when someone responds,
I get it.
he gets upset.
No, stop, y'all.
So he can call me a stupid piece of shit.
No, he can't call you a stupid piece of shit.
And I
Y'all can't
apologize.
call nobody a stupid piece of shit.
I got it, cool.
And I apologize.
So the second thing,
Twice.
Cool. So the second thing you put in the chat was when Biden told Caitlin Collins she should get another job. What was the point of that one?
What I told the other guy about how it's normal for presidents to be rude to reporters, and they've always been rude to reporters. That was the point I was giving. That was what this whole conversation was that you jumped into. Where I said other presidents have been very rude to reporters, and he said, well, they should treat with respect. You heard him say that. And I said, that's not true. Not all reporters did that. Donald Trump is the worst ever. In our lifetime, I agreed with you on. And so I put that article to show that other reporters have been horrible to reporters, not as bad as Donald Trump, which is what my point is.
You could get another job as being horrible? To you, that counts as being horrible?
I mean, if you look at the respect for which Obama and Bush, talked to reporters, yes.
I'm just asking. So that means you should get another job if they say that.
It's the manner and tone in which he said it. But all right, he had to call and apologize to Caitlin Collins. That's why he felt it was bad.
Do you know why he said that?
Because he didn't like her reporting what she was asking the question on.
Huh? Do you know why he said it?
He didn't like the question she was asking.
Nope. Wrong. Because she asked about whether or not Vladimir Putin would change his behavior. Anybody who knows anything about Russia, especially.
So it was because of a question. You just said wrong.
I was informed.
You were wrong just now. You said it was not.
Let me read
so he asked the question. But hold on. So she asked a question. He didn't like it. So then he responded to it. That's exactly what I said. And you said wrong.
No.
So exactly. There you go. So that's what you do. That's what you say. Now you should admit that you were wrong. I just said it was based on a question. You said no, it wasn't based on a question, but it was. He asked a question that he felt was stupid, and you also felt was stupid, so he responded to that. So he did respond to a question. Right?
And what I'm saying is that it was based off of her analysis for the question.
Did he say that? Based on your analysis for this question? No, he responded to her question.
Do you know what the question was?
You just said it. It was about Putin.
Right, and so she said it was following a summit in Geneva. Why he was confident that would change space.
Is why a question word?
I'm confident.
Is why a question word? Oh,
No,
so she asked a
just
question.
let
He
him
responded.
finish reading what we're listening to. What is he reading? Let's
He's gonna cuss
finish.
me out soon again. He's gonna maybe call me a nigger next time.
No, I'm not. I don't insult people's race or religion like you do. All right?
Right. What race did I insult of yours?
You insulted religion.
What religion of yours did I insult?
There you go. We just went through it earlier.
Right. I mean, you've been lying the whole time. Why would anybody believe you?
All right, shut up, man. All right, this is ridiculous. All right, I mean, we went through this in Clubhouse, and you were forced to admit that you said it.
No,
Years
I
back.
wasn't.
Yeah, you were.
I've never used the phrase stupid Hindu.
Yeah, you have.
I don't find Hindus to be stupid.
Yeah,
So why
well,
would I use the
you
phrase-
said it at that time. We had a whole big room on it. In the end, you had to
big
admit that you
room
were
on it?
Yeah, we did.
Was
And
it
you came.
recorded?
I don't know if it was recorded. It's been a long time.
I mean, one of my favorite things about the act is what I love, especially about King Nab, is this guy was the guy that was famous for moderating people and then quickly closing the room so the person who he moderated would get closed. He did that for a good 6 months. It was a good troll, like he's doing now. No one had a big room.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah, that's
you
not true.
do that?
That's not true, man.
Oh, come on. That was fun.
Prove it.
You should have
Prove it, man.
did that.
Prove it.
Oh, I mean, I can't, but I remember you did.
Exactly. So you're making up shit. Just like you said that Joe Biden's response was not about a question.
Can I get him for a
It was
second?
not about.
No, Hurricane, you're not even involved.
You said it was not about a question
breaking news.
when it was a question.
Oh, what's the breaking news? Hold on, King Nab. What's the breaking news?
I'm teasing. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. So, do you still want to go to the Knicks game? You invited me to a Knicks game.
Stand by that. I have no issue with you personally.
So I have a. So
We're just competing.
Indy wanted to hear this.
Because we.
Let me finish my point.
And you apologize.
I'm anti-Indian and bigoted against.
You were then. You apologized at that time, and we moved on. You and I agreed. We moved on.
Wait, why?
This was 2 years ago. This was 2 years ago.
Because somebody apologizes, that means
For
they're
me,
no longer.
for me, it's not. For me, it's not a big deal. I don't know what your beliefs are, but after that time, you never said
Bring
anything.
it up if it's not a big deal.
Because you just said, okay, you just said, when have I ever insulted you? And then I brought that up. So, because you did. And so I answered it.
Gotcha. So I'm an anti-Hindu. And all it takes is for somebody to say, "I'm sorry," and then you think they're no longer anti-Hindu.
Well, I don't know. In a room, you tried to explain things. You explained what happened, and we spoke about it, and we moved on from it.
Gotcha.
So that's it. I don't know if you changed your views, but your view towards me, or at least how you treated me, changed. So that's it.
What other anti-Hindu things have you heard me say?
I don't know. I haven't heard of any others.
I got you. All right. I got you. Go ahead, Hurricane. Do you think? Oh, good.
I'm here. So, one request. Please don't kick me down again because it ruined.
I did it because you kept interrupting. I didn't even interrupt.
Oh, that's rich coming from you.
Okay, now you got to get kicked out. So you don't play with me.
This ain't fun, y'all. I'm gonna be honest. This is
Fucking play with
this
me.
is hard. This is insane, nigga.
I want to go back to the original
Ain't got me fucked up.
proposition. Just to be clear, King, are you saying that the Biden administration was equally hostile to the press?
Not equally. Never said equally. I said Trump is the worst ever in terms of dealing with it. But I said the previous person's premise was that a president should operate with. This is not what Ban said, to be clear. The other person was here. I forgot his handle now. But he said something about they should treat presidents should treat reporters with respect. And I don't know if he used the word dignity, but I'm adding that in. And should treat reporters with that. And my premise was, and it's been consistent, is that especially Joe Biden, but, other presidents, Obama, Bush, you could say they treated them well. Trump didn't in his first term, and Biden also didn't. But Trump's been the worst ever. I mean, consistently
treat them well. He said two. I mean, come on, man. You got two instances. One was a hot mic, and the other one, someone asked a stupid question. He said, "If you believe that is."
He didn't say that word. If you believe that.
In the question,
He didn't say it.
May I finish? Thank you. If you believe the implied statement in the question, you're in the wrong business.
But he said that? He said those words?
Why do you keep interrupting?
But are you telling the truth right now? Did he say those words? So he said, if you believe. He said that if you believe that? Okay, I'll look at it.
I want people
investigative
What's going on? You gotta chill. You gotta chill. You know what? If you don't understand that, is what he said. If you don't understand that, you're in the wrong business. If you don't understand that, you're in the wrong business. That is not treating a lady with disrespect.
He said that. He said if you don't believe that.
Here. He said if you don't if you don't understand that, you're in the wrong business. I have it. This was in 20. This, by the way, this was before the invasion, which is crazy. Quote: If you don't understand that, you're in the wrong business. That's disrespectful.
I'm also just trying to figure out, I may be wrong about the fact that...
Sorry, I'm at your elbow, so you may not be able to hear me.
Let them finish, Black Freedom.
How is that disrespectful? If you don't understand that, you're in the wrong business. Just break it down to disrespect. Because, I mean, you're an offensive coordinator. We're not going to run the ball. Guess what? If you don't understand you need to run the ball in the NFL, you're in the wrong business. If you don't think you need to rebound in the NBA, you're in the wrong business. If you don't think you need to be good on the base path in baseball, you're in the wrong business. How's that disrespectful? One mic. All right, 0 for 3. Y'all have a good.
I'm just trying to figure out, I don't know.
Let me change my name to piece of shit. Hold on one second.
Please don't. He can't.
I see how children carry things on.
So I'm just trying to figure out. I don't know if Biden has kicked out entire news agencies during his presidency, like Trump has. Do you know, King, if Biden has kicked out any news agencies?
Also, I'm not sure if he did. What?
I don't think.
Yeah, I'll get that.
I feel like that. I feel like that I would have come across that, or most people in this room would have come across that. Biden hasn't kicked out entire news agencies. Has Trump kicked out entire news agencies?
Yeah, we know that. We established that.
Yeah. So it's not even. So if you want to maybe point to specific instances of an individual reporter, I think that's categorically different than entire news agencies that have legacy news agencies that have covered the White House being kicked out. So
let me take for my lunch. Hold on. Go on.
Yeah. So I think for me the concern is to the point about whataboutism. It's my belief, and obviously, you're going to feel differently because you're the one who made the argument that you didn't read the article quickly because you were busy, but you presumed the conclusion of the article and used it as a way to justify the idea that Biden was somehow equally hostile, at least in those particular instances, to the press as Trump, when I think we have plenty of examples. AP filed a lawsuit getting denied access to the White House. When we have plenty of examples of the Trump administration just being absolutely hostile to the press. Absolutely hostile. Based on their viewpoints. We have administration officials speaking about it. You've never seen, at least in modern history, you've never seen this kind of vitriol from an administration towards the press, at least in terms of its rhetoric. Leaving aside the actions of course, kicking out entire legacy news agencies. So I think all this is to say for me, the final point here is that while you say that, you know, you've had some critiques of the Trump administration in this regard, I do think it was an act of whataboutism, and that it was an attempt, at least in this regard, to defend the Trump administration in terms of its, well, to bring up the whataboutism to make it seem as if Trump hasn't been as bad, or there have been other administrations that have been as bad.
No administration has been as bad, and Trump has been worse. I've said that. I just said that, look, there's a history of presidents bickering and insulting the press, right? Not to the level that Trump did. That's what I've said 100 times. And, you know, there's Nixon, there's other, I mean, so many did that. But nobody has done the level in our lifetime, to quote what Ben said earlier, like Donald Trump. Okay, because I wasn't alive when Nixon was president. So, you know, I was just responding to that, saying that, you know, it's, I mean, even, you know, anyone will tell you that, you know, that's the, you know, they've done, now the way Trump has done it in terms of cutting off people's access, you know, calling them crazy nasty, calling them those things, nobody's ever done that. That's, and I said it from the beginning, that's disgusting. I've been consistent in that. So I'm not defending what he did or what he's doing. I never once came and said, oh, they're doing all this stuff to him, he should be that way. No, I never said that. Others say that, and I know there's people who are, you know, in this room that will say, hey, you should be talking about all the things they lied about and said and stuff. But I'm not, because I don't think it's right to talk that way. But I was just responding to the thing saying that a president should treat the media with respect. And that, you know, and I'm trying to make the point that, you know, no president has. It's just that Trump has gotten to like this insane level that probably, hopefully, it's not normalized as Spirit has thought it would be. I hope the next president doesn't do that. But, you know, we need to change that normal, and that shouldn't be the new normal. And that piece I didn't say earlier, but I said everything else that I just.
I mean, by and large, I would say the Biden administration, Obama administration, Bush administration has treated the press with respect. Now, you may have instances, of course, where there might be a back and forth or some kind of, like, you know, tension. But, like, and I think it's important to point out, like, kind of like the systematic difference between this administration versus others. And so that's why I'm just a little confused as to why those would be the examples when like, I mean, just in typical everyday conversation, you may generally treat people respectfully, but you may have an individual instance where you go off on somebody, like when you call a band a piece of shit, for example. But that's very different than what this administration is doing. Very different.
Correct. And I'm not justifying this. Just to be clear, I've not once justified what they've done. I think everyone, if you're honest, can attest to that. I haven't once justified what they've done.
I understand
I've been
that.
accused of doing it.
So I understand it. My point is that if those are the examples that you're drawing from to try to make it seem as if like this is something that all presidents have done, for me, they just woefully fall short.
Not the same level.
These are clarifying points that you're making now.
Well, no, but I said it at the beginning. I said nobody has done it to the level of, I even said it a few minutes ago, to the level Donald Trump has done. So I'm being clear on that. It's not clarifying points. I said it from the beginning. Okay? All I said was that, you know, it's been known that presidents have had major tussles with media. They've done things, but they've never gotten to the level Donald Trump has. And he's changed the normal, which is the scary part that Spirit is mentioning, and that we should try to avoid that. And I agree with him that shouldn't be the new normal. Like, I mean, everyone's going on like, oh, you're defending him. I'm not defending what he's doing. I'm saying that should be the normal. But to say that, you know, all presidents have been respectful to the media, and no, that's not true. When there's stories they don't like, they do things to try to, whether it's using their power, whether it's making comments or whatever, they try to, you know.
This was not the point,
get rid of the
and you
people.
know it wasn't the point, bro. Like, come on, what are you doing? This
I
was
said
not
from
the
the beginning.
point. We were talking about the conversations that Trump always has with reporters, and we've seen it for 10 fucking years. And you're talking about something else. We know what's right in front of our face. You're playing around with this fucking bullshit and whataboutism. Stop it. You're smarter than that, and we're not stupid.
So your point was president should be respectful.
Hello, question. So, yeah, I have a question for you. So, is your argument that you believe that both Trump and Biden have disrespected the media in ways that you consider inexcusable? Is that your argument?
No, and that's never been my argument. My argument is that Donald. Okay, sorry, go on. Aaron.
So then, is your argument then that you concede that Trump has disrespected the media in ways that are inexcusable, but Biden has not?
In the same ways as Trump? Yeah, I'll agree with you on that 100%. I've said that from the beginning. Why aren't you guys paying attention? I've said it from the beginning. I mean, I don't know if First Lady's still here, but if you're listening, I've been saying that from the beginning. Saying that no one has done what Donald Trump did and continues to do with the media. Never once has anyone done that. I've said that. But when you talk about respect for the reporters, presidents don't give respect to reporters, and they should. And I'm actually against Trump on this. And I've said that in this room several times, that I think there should be more decorum and more respect given to reporters, because that's the only way we find out information. That piece I didn't say. But that's the only way we find out information. Donald Trump should learn to...
No, but the problem with your submission is that you're talking out of both sides of your mouth. On the one hand, you're saying that, yes, you admit that Trump has been the most disrespectful. But then when you say other presidents have been disrespectful too, and Biden is one of those presidents.
Not to his level, not to Trump's level, just to be clear.
Yeah, but the implicit argument you're making is that disrespecting the media isn't something that's unique to Trump, and that Biden has also been bad, just not that bad. And so some of the vim that people have for Trump related to his disrespect to the media is unwarranted.
I never said that. I never said that it's unwarranted.
I never said that you said so explicitly, but it's the implicit argument that you're making. Because what you're trying to do is, for lack of a better word, whitewash what Trump has done. That's what you're doing.
Not at all. And you may feel that.
Read the chat.
Yeah, that's what people say.
But we might not agree to Harvard, but we can understand. Oh, and then one other thing, if you're going to lie about people and say that they said bigoted things, at least tell lies that are believable. Telling a room that hold on, telling the room
you don't even know whether it's happening or not.
Let me finish. Telling a room that Ben called you a stupid Hindu is stupid.
All right, well, he did. And that's it. Well, okay, you don't have to believe it. You don't have to believe it, and that's fine.
There are people who would hurl such insults at you, but he's not one of those people.
Yeah.
That's like saying
that 2 years ago he did. And two years ago he did. So that's
people call me faggot every other day on this fucking app, and Hurricane too. Get the fuck over it, even though he didn't do it. Get the fuck over it. Anybody calls you on this app.
I just said.
And don't bring it up again.
Shut up, bro. You don't tell me what to bring up or not. I'll bring up what I want to bring up.
Dude, everybody gets insulted on this app. Grow a pair and...
Yeah, so he was the one bitching about me cursing at him. So you should be telling him that. Do you see Abraham? Grow a pair. That's what he's saying. I mean,
I'm telling you to grow a pair, bro. You're fucking lying.
Everyone gets upset. Everyone gets insulted. Yeah, so this is exactly...
Enjoy it, bro. This is a bunch of grown-ups speaking on each other. This is an app. Fucking grow a pair.
Yeah, you need to.
And you're fucking lying in our face for 2 hours, and you think you're slick, and you're not slick. All right?
Hey, Gemini!
Welcome back, Gemini.
Hey,
this has no clue what he
said.
Yeah, I know what I'm talking about. Don't talk under your breath, you fucking
We've been missing you, Gemini.
Keep insulting me, Curtis?
Yes, you're a piece of shit, okay?
Yeah, you've been missing.
Watch this.
Your dog, your new dog.
You're going to keep insulting? What did I insult you,
Did you
Curtis?
end up keeping that new dog?
Exactly.
I definitely cut it.
Yeah, you're a piece of shit.
It's not insulting.
Do you like it?
Yeah, you are.
I fell in love with him.
Oh, good.
even though it wasn't exactly what you planned out. That's the thing about planning out
It was
biology
actually,
in advance.
I'm learning, this is new technology, so I'm learning, and basically the colors actually starting to develop. They were actually right, so.
Oh, okay.
I was able to work something out with them, but I had to sign an NDA, so.
Trust the experts, huh?
Yes, ma'am.
King Epstein, Charles Epstein, he's rolling down.
Oh, Lord, I was trying to change the subject, guys.
Okay, I saw him, Gemini and Sunny.
He's actually here.
You don't speak that much, Ty. Let Sunny have a moment.
I'm just trying to have a pleasant little afternoon. It's already raining outside. Why y'all want to be gloom and doom?
It's not raining where I am.
It's not raining where you are?
You know,
Sunshine in that
Where are you, Sonny?
You know what? You know what it is, y'all?
Somewhere where it's raining.
Oh, never mind. My bad.
Y'all, Sonny got a badge.
Oh, you beat me to it.
Oh, do it.
He's trying to act all high and mighty now that he got a badge.
I swear I had no idea.
See those bad people?
I swear I had no idea.
Hey, Gemini. Happy holidays.
That's hilarious. I told brother yesterday I was
Congratulations on the new baby.
to get that.
Thank you. I'm a father.
You said you're a father. That's what you did?
No, actually, it's been a lot of things happen business-wise. I had some obligations I need to fulfill, and I love this app. I love being on here, but I couldn't find a
taking up
balance.
too much of your time.
Yeah, so I had to dip off and get the
Sounds like it's being.
and I'm never going to be a manager at In-N-Out without really manning those fries, you know.
Hey, but let's be careful.
I told him it was sexual harassment. You felt sexually harassed over the picture.
We have all kinds of
He was like, "Are you serious?" I was like, "Yes, your mama did it. I blamed it on your mama and everything." So I was just kidding, guys. I told him I was kidding, but
That's funny.
Yeah, we know you were kidding. But we gotta have something to talk about.
Welcome back. Welcome back, sir.
Appreciate you, brother.
I'm glad that everything with the dog worked out with you.
Yeah, and Messi, keep my name out your mouth, okay?
Yeah. Oh shit. Well, that's not gonna happen. So you don't have to deal with it.
What?
Because that's actually why I got on stage. I saw Sunny with the badge, and y'all, if we can just show some love.
Shout out to Sonny and her bad. Shout out, number one. Look at her.
We can just show some love to Sunny for her badge. She probably got it. I know he's torn up inside because he really thought.
he said he tried to plead the patty to this. He said, "Please don't do that."
because Hurricane really thought he was going to get that badge before Sunny. Now, what he doesn't know,
they was having a race to get to the badge.
Well, Hurricane what's even worse was Hurricane was racing all by himself. He still lost. Oh my God.
Leave him alone.
Damn. And I lost my badge. I had one. That's
He
crazy.
blocked brothers. He blocked brothers.
But I think blocking people is what also makes it harder to get one.
Well, how do you get the badge? Like, how can you race towards the badge? What do you have to do?
It's the karma.
You just got to be nice.
Once you're back in here, you'll be one soon. Now that you're in her modding again.
I had one before. It's gone now.
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Yes, because you were gone. They want to discourage you leaving like that.
Oh, that makes sense.
She's gonna try to tell somebody she's gonna get X'd.
I'm trying to lose mine.
Why do you keep me? I don't even care.
Let's not pick that up.
Why they hating on Sonny's badge? Why they hating on her badge?
You should have heard it last week when the beef first started. I'm trying to tell you, he blocked brother. He was like, "You're blocked." He said, "Anybody bring up 1%, you're getting blocked as well."
So he blocked me and then put his PTR.
Damn.
So everybody knew that I was blocked. I'm just being
I think he has to get rid of this Shamar Moore to get some points. Bro.
I was confused. I didn't even want to click on it. I was just like, what's, that's okay.
So
I didn't know who that was.
You want to talk about ridiculous conversations since you've been gone? That was one. Shamar Moore and Sean Sharp and Nia Long. Don't ask how those all.
I'm about to say, what's the connection between like what?
Again.
Okay, I still.
It was a good one. It was funny.
It was spicy. It was spicy.
That's what led to Hurricane having a baby oil Shamar in his PTO.
Yeah, he's trying to make a point.
Okay.
But it's not working. It's not working.
Just out of curiosity, because I love hearing the takes of people in this room. Like, what has been the general consensus on the alleged assassination attempt on Trump?
Some people think it was real. Some people think it was fake. Some people think that he's acting. I don't know, like he's not acting like he's scared enough. Other people realize that the person wasn't even in the room with them, in the same room with him, so I don't see why he would be scared. Presidents get, he
just got shot in the ear.
In their life every day, yeah.
But he's getting over that ear wound.
Grazed. Let's be clear.
That ear was.
But I think it's interesting that Marjorie Taylor Greene just had made a big old stink about them closing the investigation on Butler the other day. Like she was just making a big old stink about it, and then boom, this happens all publicly. The guy is one of your people, a California black.
I've seen them. They've been playing this thing where they actually showed him on some news cast about a couple years ago where he's being interviewed.
Some people trying to make news of the fact that he gave a $25 donation to Congressman. $25 and he's from California.
Gemini, are you talking about the clip where he was doing like an engineering thing and putting on finding a brake on a wheelchair?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's it. Yeah.
That's it.
I heard he checked in a day.
Yeah, apparently he got an award for that when he was in college. But he's been trying to build a game, it looks like unsuccessfully, for a few years now.
I like the immediate pivot to the ballroom discussion.
Right. Well, that was part of some people's, to be fair, that was part of some people's
conspiracy theory. Yeah, I figured as much. Like some means of justification for the ballroom, because we need a safe space to be able to host these events, so we're not exposed in this way. Exactly. Life isn't in danger, type of deal.
Like he's gonna have every event there. What about when he goes to other states? What about when he goes to other countries? But whatever. And then there was a lively discussion about airlines this morning, about first class and long flights, the need for Wi-Fi on long flights.
You do need Wi-Fi on long flights. That's mandatory.
Yeah, it's great, but you can live without it.
No, I don't know these people around me. I don't want to know.
It's like nobody existed more than 10 years ago.
No, I'm like, when I first took my long flights, we didn't have that option. So I'm like, I don't see the big deal.
Wi-Fi is spotty in the air though. Like it's really spotty. It's not.
Yeah, but we can be off our phones. It's like, okay, folks, you have a book or whatever.
Sleep,
you just
eat.
That is good reading time. I agree with you on that, Spiritus.
But you don't get air sick.
I don't. The only time I've ever been on a flight where I got air sick was I was flying to Panama with my father, and that's a long flight. And we hit some crazy ass air pockets. Like, it would drop a few feet and catch itself and drop a few feet. And that was the first time I seen all the oxygen. Well, the only time I seen the oxygen masks drop down from the ceiling. And they were handing out vomit bags to everybody. Like there were these bags that were lined with 10 the bag so that it didn't leak through. So yeah, that was yeah.
Yeah, if I try reading, I get airsick. I can watch movies. I can write, but I can't read. So I type on my computer is what I mean. But I can't read.
On a train, can you read?
Oh no, it's hard.
I can't read on no train.
It's a motion sickness. I don't know what it is.
What about on a yacht?
It's not emotion. Yeah, I could definitely read on a yacht. For me, I'm scanning. I'm always scanning my surroundings. Like that's just how I'm designed. So I'm not gonna be able to like fully. I like to when I read. I like to just like fully engulf myself in the book. You know, like I don't want to have to glance up every few seconds to see who's looking at me or who's around me or if my bags are safe or whatever the fuck.
Spiritist, can we talk about this yacht thing? I mean, like, who's got a yacht? I don't have a yacht. What yacht are you going on in New York?
I'm not. I was just asking. We were talking about modes of transportation. So.
Right. Oh, okay. I'm just checking. I'm not a yacht guy. I wouldn't know.
The yacht guy is crazy.
Yacht rock, baby.
It's silent. Brooklyn, why don't you come up on stage?
No, y'all been busy.
Or we can go out to eat. We can meet and go out and get something to eat. Because you got so much to fucking say. We're in the same fucking city, sis.
What? Like, seriously, Patty, just leave it alone. It's not worth it.
Nah, because she playing in my face. Don't fucking play in my face. Don't play in my face. We're in the same fucking city, Brooklyn. What's good?
Oh, God.
We can meet up. I'm hungry right now. I want to go get me a Caesar salad. Let's meet up. We can go right now. I'm going to put on my shoes and we can meet up. And I got on my sweatpants and sneakers. So we can meet up.
At what point would that be mad?
We can meet up.
Are you? At what point would that be
awkward? And I will pay for your dinner after your Caesar.
No,
because you got so much mouth to say. You got so much mouth. So you got something to say to me. You can hit me up.
What did I say?
You can hit me up.
No, I will give you a location to come to, Patty. It's not.
Girl, we can meet up to eat something together. How about that? Let's go to eat. I'm hungry right now. Or if you're hungry later because you might be at work, we can meet up and eat then. What's good? I can send you some information where we can reach out. You hungry? I'll pay for your food too. Matter of fact, if you need somebody to pick you up, I'll pick your ass up too. Nothing?
Can you hear me?
We can hear you now. Yeah.
Okay, big and bad. You in the fight?
Oh, I'm not big. I'm not big. But my cardio is good. Just meet me, Lamb. Just meet me. Just meet me. I'll give you a time. You could give me a time about that channel when you off.
I'll give you a location.
Give me a time.
No, we didn't even
fucking clown.
I'm the.
Yeah, you are a clown. You's a clown. You a clown. Patty, tell people why you fucking hide. Tell people why you fucking hide.
Like, you gotta figure out why that's true.
Tell people why you hide.
Stop.
Brooklyn need to tell people why she hide. You know how many times I've invited her to eat as a normal, as just in a friendship? Tell her to tell y'all why she hide.
Patty, seriously, you the leader. You're doing too much.
Yeah, I'm gonna lead her ass to where she need to be. Cause I ain't it. Keep playing in my fucking face.
Patty, can I call you
just block her if she's bothering you that much, for real. Cause it's not
the fake ass shit.
Patty, I'd like to buy you lunch today. You accept my lunch offer?
Yeah, I haven't said anything in a while. I've been busy. And I just want to say shout out to me because I forgot to buy Chris Brown and Usher tickets. So I had to wait.
I
got mine too. So look at God.
Where are you going?
Detroit.
There's gyrating all over the world, ain't there?
And I'm going to be in the number. Hallelujah. Listen, I hope I get a cherry too. God bless.
You know what? When they show the cherries, they are emulating balls being lit. You don't want to do that, DeAndre. So just don't accept the cherry.
Terry from Usher. Who you think? She said you don't know me. Terry from Usher or Chris Brown?
Usher does the cherries. He does the cherries, not Chris.
Chris Brown didn't. Oh, I know he does. Never mind.
Well, if people are offering fake food, I think it's well established. Everyone knows that we're out.
Brother, we can't hear you.
Your brother is very low. Can you hear me?
Hold on. Oh, that's a blessing. Can you all hear me now?
Yeah, we hear you.
Yes.
I was just saying, if people are paying for people's food, I think it's a well-established fact that I go to Golden Corral every single day, and I would definitely take. It's $15.27 now for the buffet with tax. In donations towards my visit. God bless. Miracle first.
Them kids playing in the food before
I
you
just
eat
donated towards it right now. I just gave you 0.05 cents in Clubhouse points.
God bless you. I'll take it. Thank you. Every bit matters. God bless. Miracle first.
Tell them that's how you keep that 0.1%. Tell them, brother.
America first is crazy.
I just think in this moment, it's really important that we support our president, this administration, this country. Remember, this man was trying to attack the Constitution, and we can't stand for that. God bless America.
This administration's been disregarding the Constitution since it took office. Like, what's going on?
Sir, be careful what you say about this administration. Thank you.
You could be a apparently I've missed a lot of,
Hello, everyone.
You have no idea. Gemini, let me ask you a question.
I can tell. I'm just in the shell shot. I'm like, what's going on?
Gemini, let me ask you a question.
What's good, brother?
Do you go to the movies?
Yeah, I go to movies.
Do you bring a blanket with you or some covering?
No, the movies I go to actually provide that. They provide a blanket and food, whatever.
Jesus fucking Christ.
What the fuck? Here we go again. I can't even speak my truth because Spirit is. The second I speak my truth in here, Spirit is judging.
No, this is not about you. This is an extension of the conversation we had with the elites in here who only fly Delta One. And it's triggering to me. Okay.
You pulled out here really hard. You pulled out here really hard this morning. Really hard. I didn't appreciate it.
But he doesn't like people that fly business or first class or.
No,
he's one of them. He's one of them.
Wow.
Ma'am, I'm talking. It was the distinction between people who fly first class or shudder at the thought of getting on a bus to go from point A to point B. It's that disdain that people have for the hoi polloi in this country. And this is why we're in the problems that we're in right now. That's all. Enjoy your blanket if the mood.
Yes, sir.
No.
It makes me sleepy, though. It's not even
homeless problem. So, all right, let's say over here in California, right? There's a fucking homeless problem. Like, most of the homeless are trying to fucking sell your shit all the time and fucking kill you at the moment. There's like shit. You think I'm gonna fucking go on the bus and risk that fucking shit, get fucking shanked and all that fucking shit?
Oh, boy.
Hey, look, I'm going to be real with your, Spirit is. I don't have a disdain for people that ride public transportation. But in California, that is built into the culture, right? Like, this is you are what you drive culture. We live that way, unfortunately. And also, there is a lot of danger on public transportation. I told my daughter, she forgot believe you, but just hear me out real quick. So my daughter had to take the bus the other day, and she said some dude whipped it out and started urinating right next to her. Right? She said one dude tried to talk to her. She didn't respond to him. He got on the bus and he was talking loudly to her, but yelling, not trying to talk to her. Like now he's cursing at her because she didn't want to engage or have a conversation. So then she moved to the front of the bus so she could be closer to the bus driver. And this is why I added my card to her Uber so she could use it whenever, because fuck that. So some people might think that way.
That wasn't really what the convo was about. It's all
okay. I need context then. I need context.
No, you don't.
No, but all right, you're making a point of how we.
No, you weren't here, so we can move on.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay away from conversations I don't know about. So you're right.
It's okay. We can move on. Tell me more about the movie theater with the blankets. Sure.
It's Gold Class Cinemas. They offer it when you go there. The only thing I've really noticed about it, as much as I like to eat while I watch a movie, that to me that's always been my thing. I like to eat while I watch a movie, and that's why I didn't go there. Not for the blanket. It's just something they have to offer. It makes me sleepy though, because the chairs recline. They're offering a blanket you just ate, and I get mad because I always find myself starting to doze off during the movie. But I still like the theater.
No, I asked that because that was a recent conversation that we had. Quite spirited conversations, some very animated submissions, and so it was a funny conversation.
When you say animated, I can imagine what goes on in here. When you say animated in here, that's me turn.
Some animated submissions. Yeah, that's all. It was fun.
Ed in the chat said bringing the movie blankets was messy. I'm so lost right now.
It was really a back and forth between Van and First Lady. She had also talked about she uses blankets, and then you can imagine Van got into his into one of his
soliloquies.
Yeah, and he started talking about the seats in the movie theaters, the blankets, and then he made this amazing transition from talking, because we were talking about at one point the Michael Jackson movie. So then he made a transition from talking about literal blankets to talking about blankets, MJ's, child. It was pretty amazing. It was absolutely ridiculous, but yeah, it was funny. So yeah, I was actually, because it was really funny. To the point where First Lady said she'll never go to another movie in the movie theaters.
Damn. Well, damn.
So it was pretty funny.
Sounds like it. Spirit is, you don't go to the, or do they have, well, I'm sure they have to have them. You go to the theaters where they serve food and stuff?
So we talk about Trump
Did you hear somebody ask something about Trump?
They have
I just read it.
Oh, you can't hear? Then you need to learn some decorum.
They have Gemini, welcome back. They have Alamo Draft House, which they do.
Yeah, that's based out of Texas. Yeah, I heard it. They originated in Texas. I heard of them.
Yes, I was trying to avoid any Texas combo, but yes, so they have that here. But for the most part, they just have regular theaters, and that's what I go to. Because I'm an elitist, and I go to like independent movie theaters, and they don't have blankets. But they do offer sodas and popcorn.
High price shitty popcorn and high price shitty sodas. Might as well get a full meal, bro.
I only go on Tuesdays, so that's when I get these prices. And I go after everyone's asleep. I go in the middle of the night, 9:30, 10 o'clock, go to the movies. I'm exhausted. But, I don't feel guilty for leaving because everybody's asleep. So it's fine. But yeah, I keep paying. And then on those days they have it's like $6 per ticket, and it comes with with a small popcorn, and or a decent sized popcorn, and yeah, that's all I do. I can't pay regular price unless it's with the kids.
Brother, you want to hear something funny? I'm paying full price for my daughter's movie pass. I don't even know, like she uses it, but they have this thing for AMC where you pay it monthly and you can go as much as you want.
Yeah,
she does.
Yeah, I just started seeing that. How much is y'all's a month? Ours, the theaters that we go to, they charge $9.99.
No, I think it's like $45, something like that.
Oh, okay. A month? Oh, wow.
A month.
Okay.
A month, yeah.
Yeah, so, because I was like, should we do this with them? It's at least one ticket per month that you can accrue, or that you can sort of build up. So if you don't go 1 month, it'll roll over to the next month. And then they do free mystery movies. So it'll be like a pre-screening of a movie. It won't tell you what it was, what it is. They'll tell you, it's like PG-13 or rated R. It's a horror movie. But they won't tell you what the movie actually is. So you'll go, and those are free if you have a pass. But for $10, it's not that bad. But you need one for each person. We don't go to the movies that much. Maybe during the summertime, when they have family movies out. But it doesn't seem bad.
You could do like I think two or three movies a week, something like that. I mean, it's not that many movies to see, obviously, but
yeah, but still, some seasons are better than others. As we get closer to, like the successive holidays, would be a lot. But then the summer, there's supposed to be a lot of even for kids. I think there's a lot coming out. But yeah, I still go to the movies. It's fun, but I don't like the crowded movies. And we get to select our seats before we get there. So if we order online,
I know what you're talking about. It shows you what seats are already occupied too. So
I do like that. I really like that. That's something I feel like, at least for the theaters here, we didn't have that until really COVID, and so I think that's one of the changes that I really appreciated since COVID, being able to select your seats before leaving.
And then I did that 4D experience once.
I did that too.
With I think it's called is it A Quiet Place? In the movie with Levine.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I did that.
That's a perfect movie for it because of the.
That's pretty.
Yeah, that's a good. The dynamics in that movie would make it worth it.
Yeah, I've seen that online. I don't know if we have any of those experiences here, but yeah, it does look really cool.
The walls at certain times, the walls turn into part of the theater, and then the seats shape. And yeah, I like it. Feel like you're fully immersed, especially if you're towards the front of the theater.
Sonny, your mic is open. I just wanted to make sure you know.
I did not think.
Yeah, we heard you poop.
You know you only hear me type. And now yours is open too.
No, I just laughed off my.
Mic check. Tell me how this mic sound, y'all. I got a new mic. What's up, brother?
It sounds great, but where's ML? I don't know who you think I am, but I'm a regular person. I take public transportation. I go to movies. I fly coach. Once in a while, I may do the extra leg room. But I'm regular. You're the elite who can't do public transportation. So I just want to call that out.
Hey. What's your thing against the elite? Why are you so tight against people?
No, he's not elite.
Prefer...
No one here is elite.
Yeah, I agree with that. But why
think we're elite.
When people have
basic.
Everybody here is basic for sure. But this is the thing, like I don't understand why Spirit is like when he feels like anybody is taking the higher route or, preferring the luxury experience. He has a problem with that.
Well, no, it's not just luxury. It's just, it's not just luxury. You're choosing not to fucking get fucked up in a fucking bus. You're choosing not to get fucked up in any other situation.
You weren't here.
He's on that conversation.
Oh, fuck yes, I am.
So I don't ride public transportation because I just don't like the wait. But today, Divine, I had to go to the Bronx to drop off my mother-in-law because she spent the weekend with us. And on the way back, I had an option, and I saw the sign.